Okay, let me make sure I'm online. Okay. Hello, I'm Alex from A.P.Ink. Sorry, it didn't look like it was working. Okay, sorry. Um, yeah, so for the month of October, I'm going to be doing my own list for October or Inktober or whatever else you'd like to call it. I'm calling mine Beastober because I plan on doing mostly beasts for the duration of this month. So this is my list. We'll check them off as we go. If you'd like to follow along, I'm not necessarily going to be doing these in order. I'll just go down the list as I see fit. And if you actually look at the list, you'll see how some of these have more than one, like crow, raven, troll, goblin. Um, and that's because as I was making the list, trying to find references, unless you have like crow and raven right next to each other, or troll and goblin right next to each other, I think it's really kind of hard to tell which one is which. So whenever we get to those uh, days, um, I'll just pick on that day, and you can do the same unless you want to do both. But anyways, today I thought we would do a jack-o'-lantern. I am going to try to do these kind of cartoonish. So for that, I have this reference here. If you'd like to try to keep them kind of like cutesy, cartoony. So I've got the same jack-o'-lantern reference here. I've got a piece of sketchbook paper, a 4B pencil, some more supplies off to the side, but I am just gonna get into this. I was gonna grab a template to help push this along, but we'll see how I go freehand. Leading up to this, I was trying to figure how I wanted to create for the month of October, if I wanted to be a bit more, I can't really say realistic, but less cutesy. But because of um, time restraints, I thought maybe trying to keep it simple, I'd be able to maybe keep up with this. Um, and if you look at the list that I had up, you'll see that I've got a painted pumpkin and a carved pumpkin because I couldn't decide which one. I think at this point, like, everybody has kind of come up with their own list. Trying to make sure I've got this kind of straight. I should have done this first. We can hope that that line was actually straight. And I don't know, I was thinking I could actually try to make an entire, like, pumpkin beast. Time restraints are still a thing, though, so to try to just make this look like it's been carved. For anybody who might be joining in with some version of a drawing challenge for this month, what did you make your own list? Are you following somebody else's list? Whose list are you following? Try and actually make this look like something. I don't like how this is coming out. I am kind of... Maybe I shouldn't do that. Because of, like, the way pumpkins are, they're, like, segmented. I was trying to offset how it's carved. But maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I should just keep the creature or whatever just on the front segment. I'll get there. Give me a chance, please. Trying to keep this a bit more cutesy. So almost like chibi, kinda. Once I decide on how exactly I'm going to draw this, then I'll worry about the thickness of the pumpkin. See, I know if this were real, you'd hold floating things with like toothpicks. I don't know how this is actually gonna work for like a carved. Maybe don't do this. Maybe just try to keep it simple. I don't know. What do you guys think? Does this work? Because I don't think it works. What could I do? Like the reference that I've got there. I'm pretty sure this is one of those like plastic store-bought uh just decoration pumpkins. Try and add the depth. See, I don't think this is gonna work. Like, I like how it looks, but I don't think this is gonna work. Let's try something else. I mean, this might work for like a painted pumpkin, but I feel like that's gonna be easier. And I feel like I should make myself struggle at least a little. Maybe simplify this a little bit more. So instead of actually trying to create like the silhouette of a beast, just like try to add the face of the beast. Let's see if this works any better. To actually get this centered. So if I use this oval as like the base of the head. Maybe I can finally get this looking like anything. I don't think this is straight. See, I don't think I can actually make this work the way I want it to. I have another idea. Instead of trying to get like an up close image of its face, maybe to try to do like a silhouette. Okay, that's a bit more simplistic than what I was really what I was thinking when I started this. I'm not sure how I should try to add like definition for the depth, but we'll try to put it here and there. I don't know. I'm really not happy with this, but I need to move this along. Um, I think when I go to edit this digitally, I'll try to add a bit of a glow for where it's been cut to imply that there's like a candle inside. Just trying to figure if I could do something else. Other ideas that I'm coming up with, I don't think are gonna work for like a carved pumpkin. So I'm gonna use a 1.0 fine liner. I'll have some cleaning up to do for the line art whenever I edit this. Okay. I'm gonna give that a minute to dry, then I'll erase the pencil. So I am going to do this with ink. Keep that at least the tradition for this month. So I think this YR3 orange with the base color of the skin. Y3 barlum yellow, I think. I'll use that for the tiny touches of the flesh. I think YR33 melon yellow to start the stem. I should have added leaves or vines to this. Oh well. I guess Y8 olive yellow to add some detail to the stem. I'm not sure if I could use this olive yellow to add detail to the stem and shade the orange. I think that'll work. Okay, I'm going to use a kneaded eraser to try to erase the pencil. I did do a lot of erasing and sketching, so this is kind of muddy. I might have to go in digitally. I don't know. I'll play with the depth of the flesh. Okay, so starting with the flesh, so orange, or the skin rather. Okay, I think I should have two colors for the inside. One for the flesh and one for like the back wall. So maybe this color for the flesh right here, closest to the light. This would be the barlum yellow, I think it is. I honestly can't tell if it's B-A-R-L-U-M or B-A-R-I-U-M. Okay, so it's really subtle because there's such a small clip of it there. But maybe yellow ochre for the back wall here, which might help have this stand out. Which the orange, I wasn't as neat as I could have been. So that's kind of bled into the yellow area. Yellow ochre. So I'll have to clean that up digitally. But I think I already said this. I'm gonna add a glow to this digitally to help imply a glow from a candle. So it is really subtle, but I think that helps that light yellow stand out. Okay, so the melon yellow for the base color of the stem. I think for the cut end, we'll go maybe this brown gray. It's subtle, but that'll help split those two planes. Okay, olive yellow to add detail to the stem. Keep the shading on this kind of simple. And I'll use the same olive on the cut end. And then on the skin of the pumpkin as well. I would actually, um through this list, I'd like to actually be able to build a scene. So to actually try to keep like a cohesive art style might be easier said than done, for me at least. Okay. Not exactly what I envisioned before I started this, but hopefully it works. I mean, see, I was gonna show you other ones that I've done in the past. Last year I did scary movies, but 2 years ago I did uh, Halloween monsters, which, if you're really interested in seeing them, please take a quick visit to my Redbubble store, which you can find here on Twitch, on YouTube. It's like linked everywhere on my socials. I have a tab there called Holiday that should have like well, not should have, it does actually have um all of the holiday inspired designs that I've got. But anyways, give you guys a closer look. So I'll be back tomorrow morning to go to Wait. Okay, so wait. We did... carved pumpkin. So tomorrow I'll pick one from the list, and then unless you did something else than what I attempted to do, you can pick out your own as well. But yeah, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you to anybody who watched or watches. If you'd like to join me tomorrow, please make sure that you're following me and that your notifications are turned on so that you're notified for the next time I go live. But other than that, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.